Hello. Hello. Ah, thank you. Oh, the incense is falling. I have Luna next to me. I don't know what she wants because the heater is not on now, so I don't know if she's sort of looking for, for some warmth, but in here she's not going to find it. Yes, I did. I did, Samara. Wow, it was a roller coaster. I think that she's looking at the ring light, thinking that it's going to give her warmth, but no, no, not at all. It's just light. It doesn't give you warmth. She's sleepy. It's just that she has to investigate first what's going on. Yeah, I had to get her here with me because I knew she was going to want to come in like the other time. And yeah. Yeah, but I did watch all the 6 episodes that are available here. Is it also 6 episodes over there, Samara? Um, and it says that next weekend is going to the 29 is going to upload the new ones. Mm. Ah, okay. Yeah, I wrote down their names because actually I don't have anyone on the list today. I mean, I do have a friendship reading between TXT, Soobin, and Yeonjun, and nothing else. Like, I ran out of cancer idols, people. So, yeah. Thank God we are almost over with the cancer season because I don't have much. I think because everyone else is so like calm in the relationships, the producer like messing with Shun and I. But it's so I think that there's something about dating shows that maybe they have to change their how they make couples or certain compatibilities because if you notice the only couple that got to have a date that they chosen each other, it was only Shun and I, nothing else, like no one else, I mean. And I'm like, this is not the first time. Also on Possessed Love, also like the only couple that we are near the end, but the only couple that actually were like they had chosen each other as their fated partner when the show first started. The only two people that got each other was Small Hannah and Honjo. The only one. Then the others, they all mess up the predictions. They all mess up the predictions. Ah, my boy Tommy has been wanting attention these days, which is unusual. The season kinking in him. Yeah, like I'm like, wow, you guys, like, I don't know. I think that it has to do with the personality of the contestants. I know I would be like, I'm also doing self-reflection with these shows. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I would never do what they do or I would act differently, because probably if I would have an initial attraction towards someone, I probably would choose that person and that person only. I want to see, oh, it's too bright. But I don't know, maybe they should switch things a bit so other people that they don't see each other like potential partners, like there has to be some movement, because I believe that the contestants, either they are very shy or they are very fixated on just one person, that even when they fail and they know that they are not reciprocated, they don't make the effort to create a connection with someone else in the house. So I think that that's when the show fails a bit. Because if it's up to the contestants, they will probably keep mentioning the same person over and over, even though they know that they are not reciprocated. So I think that is a waste of potential and also of experiences. Like they should do some games or some dynamics that it allows the person to have interactions with someone that they wouldn't initially go for. To switch things up a bit. I think that it lacks rhythm. It's always the same drama. It's like the drama of the person that shows their emotions and the other one that doesn't. The person that got it wrong and the other one that is totally ignorant to what's going on. Oh, I didn't know you like me. Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, I didn't think you thought like this. I just can't with Sean right now. He needs to go to therapy, not to a dating show. I wish they would focus on other contestants, period. Oh. Sean gets on my nerves. Like, I try, I heard what he said, how he expresses himself. And I understand definitely, like, I see that he has his traumas from the past, so it must be really hard for him to really trust someone. But he's so judgmental. He's so judgmental. The way he judges the person, like, oh, if you are like this, I'm sure you are like this. And I'm like, you don't know the guy. Give them a chance. Like, he's so judgy. I cannot with him. I'm like, And that thing about like, oh, I don't want you, and then like, oh, you're too demonstrative, or like you're too affectionate. I don't like it. The way he, I mean, it reminds me of me when I first started dating. I was like this with my first boyfriend. Then I learned that that actually that's very hurtful to the person for you to reject them like this. Like I used to do it because I'm not that affectionate. So when they get very like touchy, I don't like it, especially when there's people around. I feel suffocated. I feel annoyed. But I understood that that's not very mature to do, to sort of push their hand away and to, that that's actually very, the other person gets hurt, in their feelings. So, but yeah, I can sort of see why he does that. Like it's because they're younger, like they are a year or two older than me, so I'm like whatever. So they are impulsive. So Shun is impulsive on the opposite of the spectrum. He's so confusing. Like he gets on my nerves because he's like, don't chase me, but chase me. Don't chase me, but chase me. Like, oh. But at the same time, he has that charm. He is very mysterious. You know, he has that. He definitely stands out because of that, you know, the detachment that he has. You know, that he looks like he doesn't confuse me. I understand completely. I just don't like it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and also they give him a lot of. I understand that probably they think that, oh, he's cute, but they give him also a lot of protagonism, like a lot of screen time. The same thing happened with Possessed Love. Remember that I mentioned the pretty shaman, you know, the shaman that is really beautiful. I mean, she stands out. Also, her personality is really nice, funny. But from the moment um, that they started, like the episodes, like I noticed that there's a lot of I noticed that there's a lot of like parts of the episodes like that show her more than the others. They show more her background or where she comes from and her life story than the others. And I can see why they do that because she is conventionally attractive. So they show her more than the other contestants. They give her more screen time. Um, and one thing that I noticed is that at the end I'm kind of finding it annoying. I know there were some contestants. There was one, the Big Hannah, that she was actually annoyed by it, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense because at the end it's a competition, but the pretty shaman Juhyun, I don't remember her name, Suhyun, she gets in the middle of every interaction with, like, if there's another girl like having a conversation with the guy, she's going to be there. And I was like, well, it makes sense because I mean it's a competition, and I sort of prefer her to be in the middle of the in the scene instead of being locked down in her room. Like it's okay. I mean, they have to be filmed, but this last episode, like I seen her, like for example, Honjo, he had to pick, like it was like some kind of, it was a stick that it had like a meaning, um, and he picked his. And she went over to him, like she grabbed it, she stood next to him, she grabbed it, and she was like all so excited about the one that he picked, and she was looking at it as if she knew how to interpret that message, but she didn't. But I was like, I found it annoying. I was like, why are you that invasive? Like you are everywhere. Like all I see is you. Like she's everywhere, and I can sort of see why probably the girls stop trying to get a date with someone because Suhyun is everywhere, like is everywhere, um, and her energy feels very expansive. It's like when she laughs out loud, she like her laughter is super strong. But I at the end I got a bit annoyed by her because I was like, you're everywhere. Like, leave them alone for, I don't know. And I mean, she doesn't have to try that hard because actually the guys always choose her. So Hey, Hope. Yes, episode 5 is out. I'm waiting for the last one because I actually want it to be over. Honestly, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I just want to watch the finale. I want to watch the final episode so I can go back to my reading and be like, okay, what did I see back then? That's all. It's for entertainment purposes, for educational purposes. Yeah, I'm so done. I'm like, I don't like this. I'm not finding it entertaining. I don't like this. She's doing this because there's no heater on today. Because I don't know. I think I almost died 2 times this week, guys. I don't know if I told you, but the last live stream, when was it? I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you about the incident of the of my heater that actually the cable was burning? And like I smelled a smoke, and I was sort of blaming my neighbors. But no, actually it was like it was burning, like it was burning the part that is goes to the the plug that goes into the wall. It was melting. And I had the heater very close to my face, and I started feeling like I had a headache, and my throat was hurting, and I started seeing like it was very cloudy. Um, I believe it was that last Saturday. I believe it was. Um, and I was like, oh, I will. I called my dad, and I was like, can you check because I see smoke. And we were like, oh, maybe it's the neighbors outside. I don't know. We thought it came from outside. No, actually, it was inside. Like it was one um, of the electronic appliances, the heater. Um, but I I was like absorbing all that I don't know how it's called. I don't remember. Monoxide, is it in English? Here we call it monóxido de carbono. But yeah, I was, and then 2 days after that, I woke up very early, and I was cleaning like my house, like the kitchen. I woke up very early in the morning. I was like, okay, I'm going to clean my house, like clean the floors because I have a long day, so I want to have all the floors clean and everything. And I was like going up and down with the spiral stairs, and I slipped, like not so like so far away from the. It wasn't like I fell from off the stairs. It was like it was a slippery, like, and it was like 2 steps before reaching the floor. So it wasn't like I just fell. But what I did is that I landed on my back. I hit the pole of the stair. Like I hit myself here. I fell on my back on, like, I seated because I slipped, and I hurt my lower back, and now I'm really hurting. Like, that's because my stairs don't have yet the that thing that you put on the stairs so it doesn't get the slippery. And that day it was very humid, so I guess that the stair was a bit like wet. Um, so now I have like my whole back here. It hurts so much. Um, I'm slowly recovering, but I swear, guys, I was going to say, okay, this is not Friday the 13th, but it wasn't my lucky day. Definitely, I was like, okay, someone wants to end me because like I had these two recent episodes, and I was like, oh my god, like either the planets or Saturn or someone like wants to end me, but I don't know. It was like I don't. Oh. Mm. So now I swear. I try to be rational about it, but you know when things happen to you very often, very frequently, I wonder, because I did clean myself, but I wonder if it has to do with me doing that group reading. Remember that I went to a birthday party, a birthday celebration, and I was there reading for people. Um, there weren't many, like there weren't like, oh, 20 people. No, they were like 7 8. But I wonder if that, because I don't do this often, because I know that it's very heavy, like it's very draining energetically. But so yeah, I will get in a cleansing at this point. Yeah. And I was like, because I can be clumsy. I take responsibility. I can be clumsy. We can all have a bad day. But I was like, like to this point, to this level of, oh, talking about cleansing. Look what I got. I got my singing bowl. I wanted to play it before starting the readings, if you guys want to. I remember a long time ago, I filmed myself like playing this. Um, and I remember there was someone at work that they were like, what is that thing? Is that a bowl? Like a bowl to cook in it? Like they really thought that it was like a salad bowl. And I was like, no, this is a quartz bowl, singing bowl. I hope, I don't know if you can hear it. I swear yesterday they were all day working and making a lot of loud noises. Today it seems like it continues. Luna? I know that I can hear the sound of a bag. So I'm sure she found something. Like she found a bag of cookies, something that I have over there. Are they actually getting anything done? I don't know. So yeah, let's cleanse the air a bit. Yeah, this singing bowl is a do. The note is do. I believe is to kill the to heal the solar plexus. It's for self-esteem and motivation because each note it has a different purpose. Okay. Wait, where do I have my? Um, can I find my pencil? Can I find my pencil? I don't know if this is going to work. Do I get my pencil? Your reading recommendation is idol group is happy with their music direction. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start first with the TXT friendship, and then I'm going to continue with the cast of the boyfriend. If you guys are up to, if you want to, I have the names of the contestants here. I can pull. No, you guys can say the names of the groups, like the ones that you're here, if you have a group. But I'm thinking about reading for the cast of the boyfriend. And I have the names here. I can pull one card each to see how they feel individually to be in the show, and then we can see in the finale how they end. Okay, let's start with, wait, that I have to write down. I was looking for the pen, and the pen was inside the. Oh my. TXT friendship. Luna. She is. I don't know if it's because she doesn't have the heater, but she is really like behaving very bad, very bad. I don't know if she's also showing off because she knows she has an audience. I don't know, maybe she wants also her screen time. It could be a possibility. Okay. Friendship between TXT Soobin and Yeonjun. Luna doesn't understand English. So if you hear me talking in Spanish, it's because I'm talking to her. Because I believe she's playing dumb because she doesn't understand what I'm saying. So she's like, oh, she's not talking to me. Okay. Okay, from Soobin we have Knight of Swords, Three of Cups, and Knight of Pentacles. Then from Yeonjun's side we have the Justice, Five of Pentacles, and Two of Cups. And the relationship, their friendship, we have the card of the Devil, Master. So definitely there could be a power struggle here between the both of them. It can be a very silent one because I can sort of see like them wanting, them claiming and sort of speaking up and being like, I want things to be fair. Like I get a lot of, like for me it's important that things are fair. But at the same time, with the devil card, the card it says master. Definitely, they have their own individual desires or projects, and probably they want to master each other. You know, it's like I want to convince you to do this with me, you know, but I sort of want to do it from a place of like I want things to be fair. So maybe there could be a bit of not tension. I don't sense tension, but I think that both of them want to do things right. That probably they are not really looking at each other. I think that they're like, okay, what can we do to improve this? I think that they definitely there must be a situation between them, like or around them. Probably has to do with the group that they find very unfair. And their approach or their vision is very different. One of them is like more patient, it's like, oh, let's wait to see what happens, you know, let's not rush into conclusions. And the other one is a bit like, you know, I think that we should rush, or I think that we should do more about this. So there's differences in the way they both view the situation. And it's like they want to convince each other to be on their side. It's like, you know, you have to be on my side. Like, you have to see what I see. Please be on my side. So there could be a bit of manipulation, like, please, like, understand what I want to say because I want the best. Like, I want clarity for us. So can you be on my side? You know, but in the process of getting this, they can be a bit manipulative. And also they use that there's feelings like they really love each other, but also there's like, I think that they want to make things right. I don't know if it's their career or how they're being managed, but both of them are very different about like how we should do this. From Soobin's side with the Knight of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, I think that he is much more of a peacemaker. Probably he also gets a bit like, he gets a bit angry or impatient, but at the same time, he also thinks about the group or he thinks about the dynamic. So he's like, you know, I have to calm down. Like, I cannot be that impulsive. Maybe at some point I was impulsive, but then I calm down because I think about the others. So I have to be patient. I have to be rational. I cannot be I cannot take a side. I have to be patient and sort of hope for the best because he wants everyone to get along. This is the reality. And he probably also, with the Knight of Pentacles, he probably is also very supportive of the company or of the higher ups. So there's something about him just being very loyal and just it's like starting with the Knight of Swords. I think that initially, like, he sees the unfairness or he sees things that are not okay. But with the Three of Cups, it's like, I also see it. I see injustices, but I cannot do anything because I want us all to get along and I want us all to be better. She's trying to open the door to get out. And from Jong-hoon's side, yeah, we have the Justice, so he's also very invested in getting things right. He's very invested. We also have the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So he also cares about the others. He also cares about Soobin. He also but I think that he's like, if we have to protect our group or we have to protect each other, but we cannot do this if there are some things that we are not getting, if there are some things where we feel like we are defeated somehow. With the Justice, he has a strong sense of justice. He's like, we are not getting exactly the best of the best, or we are not getting as many things as we would love to. And I think that eventually is going to affect our connection, not just their connection with each other, probably the group's dynamic as well, because he's like, these things cannot happen. We cannot continue to ignore that they actually are not giving us much. That in comparison to others, probably there's a sense of like, we always get like not what's fair or what we are supposed to be getting. So he also is like, if we continue like this, in this poverty, in this sense of like not belonging, actually, feeling like they are part of another place, like they are different, this is going to affect our connection. This is going to affect how we all get along with each other. This is going to affect the way we love and care for each other. So, maybe he is a bit much more pushy towards Soobin about like being like, you have to say something. You have to say it. Probably he's the one that is like pushing a bit, and with the Devil, I think that there's also this I think that there's a bit of selfishness. The Devil also is like, okay, this is what I see. It's like maybe they think that they're talking for the group, but actually each one of them is thinking about themselves egotistically, I would say. So I think that they could have a bit of a misunderstanding here and there because of this, because of the lack of justice. I don't think that it has to do with them not loving each other. I think that definitely love there is, because from both sides we have these cups that is all about collaboration, love, appreciation, and respect, and they definitely like look at each other in the eye. But because of this, because of how close they are, it's impossible to not get real. To not be like, we actually, this is not fair what is happening to us. We should do something about it. And I think that this is like, there could be one of them that doesn't want to be dominated. It's like, don't tell me what to do. I will do, especially Soobin. I think that Soobin with the Knight of Pentacles as the last card, I think that he doesn't want to be rushed to, or feeling like he doesn't want to feel like he's being brainwashed or manipulated. He wants to stay in his line. He wants to stay consistent. He wants to stay. He's like, at the moment, I don't want to think the worst. You know, I actually prefer to see the positive side. I'm not ready to. I think that he doesn't want to have uncomfortable conversations. He's not ready to have them yet. He prefers to keep the peace. Yeah. She did manage to open a bit the door. I was going to ask you guys if you've seen her, because I don't see from this side, I don't see, but I don't know if you guys seen her get out. Guys, do you know what was celebrated last night or a couple hours ago? Because I seen a lot of things on Twitter about NCT 127 performance. I know that there were all other groups. I believe in Hypen was also in there. Probably there were other different groups. G Idol, I believe I saw some pictures. But was it like an award ceremony? I don't think it was, because I didn't see any winning or anything. But I don't understand the concept. Like, remember, Samara, that in one of the live streams, I like a card sort of jump out, and you asked me like, what card was that? Because I put it inside the deck right away. It was the Free of Swords, I believe. The Free of Swords. Because the other day I watched the replay and I saw it. I believe it was the Free of Swords. The Free of Swords, and then another one, but that I didn't recognize. I have to sort of see it, because there was like a man, and in the middle he was shining. I believe it was this. It was this. The wall card, Embrace. This also came up, because it was like they were stuck together. The wall card, the keyword is Embrace. Because I was like, I seen a bit of the image in the video, but I was like, I don't remember that card. The Free of Swords I did recognize, because it jumped out very fast. Yes. That it will soon be over. It's just a cycle. Okay, I'm going to continue with the cast of the boyfriend. I'm going to pull one card for each member, and one card of this and one card of this. So yeah. Should I include Usak? Because Usak is not part of the... And I don't have the name of the new guy. But should I include Usak? Because he went away. No? Okay. Yeah. Yes, he already stated that. Okay. I'm going to pull one card for Shun, one card for Kazuto, Ryota, Tehon, Dai, Alam, and Kensei. Yes, me too. Me too. I was like, why did he go with to this date with Alan? I felt very weird about that situation, that scene. I was like, is this supposed to be sexy? Like, I don't know. Yeah, but he seemed a bit much. Even me as a Latin American person, like I would be like, whoa, I don't know you like that. Like, okay, I'm going to start with the first one is Shun. Shun got Six of Wands. Look at this beautiful card. This guy is going to get the person that he wants. Or maybe he feels like a champion because yeah, and we have the card of the Magician, Manifest. So yeah, I think that Shun knows what he's doing. He knows of his appeal, or he just knows that it doesn't matter who comes and goes, he probably will be victorious. He will probably get the person that he likes. So there's a bit of confidence. Like he feels celebrated already, probably because a lot of people want to have dates with him. So he could be a bit like a bit like too prideful, like his energy feels like, oh yeah, I feel like number one. I'm number one. I always get what I want. The Magician also gives me this vibe of someone that is like, I manifest. Like I am that powerful. And probably there's something about, maybe because I was like, if actually he is like this. This story that he told about him, and there's some moments where you're like, wow, this guy really is hurt, or it seems like he's still affected by his past and everything. But with these cards, I'm like, really? Are you really that affected by your past? Or are you just being annoying? Because you want attention. Because you want to be celebrated. Also, the Magician gives me narcissistic vibes. Like there's something about him probably being very popular and like he's really good at like we say here in my country. In Spanish there's a saying that it's like you throw the ball at the other person. It's like you make the other person responsible. It's like whatever happens, oh, it's you. You did this, so look what you made me do. Because you behave like this and I'm like this because of your behavior. So there's something about him being a bit like manipulative. So I don't know. With these cards I would be like, is the story of him being an orphan a reality? because these cards give me actor's vibe, someone that is very used to being in the spotlight, and he enjoys it, and he's really good at it. And also the Magician gives me like he has the resources or the charms to adapt to whatever situation. Shun is a DJ, so I forgot he was a DJ, yeah. So the first thing I got from him is that he doesn't see anything for too long. It's both. Yeah, I would fight him. I would fight him too. I would be like, why are you saying like, oh no, it's Die? Because Die is too, He's too energetic. It's like, I don't like it when you're like this. Like, why are you telling the other men to not behave like this? Like, oh no. Okay. Let's move on to Kazuto. I always want to say Kazuho, but no, it's Kazuto. Kazuto. We have Six of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. Dreams come true. So I think that for Kazuto, he's definitely like, I think that he could end up with one of them, like, because there's something about him, like, even if he says he has a type, he actually just goes with the flow of whoever pays attention to him. He's that, I don't want to say basic, but he's that simple. It's like the more you invest in him, the more he's going to probably give you a chance. But I don't know why it feels very passive. It feels like I don't see him feeling the butterflies for someone. I think that he just feels like, oh, thank you for loving me, or thank you for choosing me, or thank you for feeling this for me. But I think that he emotionally, at least maybe in the show, he's not like, oh, I alone, or I initially felt like this for someone. I felt strongly for this person, or I felt for this person. No, I think that he's just there to collect the interest, to collect the hurts. He's like, okay, yeah, thank you for loving me. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you, it's so cute. Thank you for loving me. Come back later. So, and this also the six of Pentacles also gives me someone that probably he doesn't know how to say no. Probably, you know, about these things about dates. He will probably, if he's been asked, even if the person he doesn't actually like them, he will go to the date anyways. He will just like go because, yeah, thank you. Like he needs to do some retribution. It's like they give him attention, he gives them back the proper attention, which for me it can be a bit problematic, I would say, because I see him very passive. And I think that when you are like this, it's a bit dangerous because you could attract a lot of manipulative people. He could actually be taken advantage of. Because there's something that he is very, he doesn't know how to say no, and this is troublesome for me. I don't know why, but I feel like, you know, put some boundaries. If you don't feel the vibe of the person, don't go out with them. You know, it gets me like, it gives me like, don't go with them, don't go out with them. Just because you feel thankful or you feel pity for them, you know, it gives me Virgo vibes. I don't know, but then we have dreams come true. So maybe, you know, at the end, the relationship that he's wanting, he will get it at the end. The Nine of Cups is an emotional fulfillment. It's like a happy ending. So probably at the end, he will choose the person. He will come to the realization. He will get this gift of the experience of being part of the show, of being like, okay, I realize being here, finally, that this is the person that I want. Like he has to go through all this decision making or all these exchanges. It sounds like it's exchanges that he gives to the people. It's like, oh, you want to go out with me? Okay, you give me this effort, I will give you back this. You know, very polite, but not very sentimental. But I think that at the end, he's going to get some kind of enlightenment, or he's just going to realize that he really likes someone, that he was like, oh, I didn't think that actually like I had developed feelings for this person. Like I started very passively, just meeting, and then at the end this show made me realize that actually this person is the one for me. And I am sure, for the first time in my life, I feel I'm sure I want to go after this person, or this person personality and the way they are is really what I like. Ah. Uh-huh. I don't like him too much because he said he wants to someone in bed with. Because what if your partner actually wants to spend time with you? Ah, because he works long hours. Yeah. Yeah, very home vibe, very. Yeah, probably he's also very generous in the sense that if he can spend time with you, he will buy you something. Also when I say exchange, literally, it means like, giving pennies or small amounts of attention that he believes that is fair because, yeah, you're my partner and you waited for me and I wasn't there, so I will buy you something nice or I will do this. But it's not that like excited. It's more like routinary, I would say. So, yeah. Ryota. Ryota, we have the Knight of Pentacles for Ryota. And we have the Three of Wands. Take the lead. So, yeah, for Ryota, I think that, yeah, he's been a bit stubborn, honestly. Like, he probably is fixated on, I believe he's fixated on Kazuto. So, he believes that while he is on his way and he's putting the effort and he's being slow and he's been just like, taking the time, he's like, I will get there eventually. I will get there eventually. Something will come out of this. He's very hopeful. It's just that I think that it shows his dedication. Definitely I see him like someone that is also loyal, but probably he's a bit stubborn also. I don't see him being that excited. And I think that he's a bit slow. And this is why he has the Three of Wands, that the keyword is take the lead. Because somehow, the cards are advising him to speed up. Like, this is too slow. It's like, yeah, you're being consistent. Yeah, you are there. You probably done what you can. You express your feelings and whatever, but it's very passive. It's very slow. It's like you are sort of like adapting to not getting much of this because probably the person keeps not choosing you and you keep pursuing them and they actually don't even acknowledge you like that. But we take the lead. He could actually like at some point speed up a bit the process. I feel like he sort of feels like he has to put much more action because he's just there. He believes he's going somewhere with this, but I don't think that the other person sees him or sees his potential or his value. At least not the person that he wants. And with this card, with the Three of Wands, it's like, yeah, probably he took the initiative at some point, but he needs to do more. It's like, you did something, but you need to do more. Because if you continue being that slow, everyone is going to beat you. Like, and also he has to be much more assertive because probably he's so slow that that's not attractive, actually. That's not attractive. Probably something will happen that it will encourage him to sort of like step up and be like, okay, I have to get my protagonist because he's too slow. He's too slow. I mean, he's committed, but I also feel him very stubborn, very fixated. Very fixated. Like, if he opened to more opportunities, he would probably find someone. But he's so fixated on that person. Probably the Free of Wands, because he's a free, there could be that he could like take the risk and actually consider someone else besides Kazuto. Or him being in the middle of a free people competition or something like that. He just likes watching the vibes speed. I'm like, why don't you realize you like someone until someone else likes them? Yeah, it's like weird. The way he changed, he liked Shun. And then he's like, oh, I have been watching him, and I realized that in that sense, his observation actually was quite accurate, because he was able to observe how Shun was behaving with Dai, and he was like, I think that I wouldn't go very well with him. We wouldn't connect. In a connection together. And I think that I'm glad he saw it. I'm like he saw it himself. Like no one, because this is the thing about Ryota. I think that he's so stubborn that there's no way you can convince him. For example, I like Gensei for him. I think that Gensei is so sweet, but honestly, I think that if Gensei would be like, oh, don't you think that you should maybe move on into someone else? He would totally dismiss it, and he would push Gensei out of the way, like, get out, because I'm already fixed on this person, so you cannot tell me otherwise, because this is my decision. So he is a tough person, like you cannot give him a piece of advice, because he will continue to do what he wants to do. Taehyun. Taehyun is Korean, right? Poor Taehyun. I wonder if he is not getting that opportunities because he's Korean. like I don't know. I'm like, I understand that probably like there's not much that he does, but I don't know. There's like, I see him very involved in the coffee truck and the business and everything. He just looks so like professional. But I'm like, why no one chosen you already? Like, it's just that this is something that I noticed that some Asian dating shows they have. It's like you have the beautiful, perfect, good-looking person, but where is the attraction? Like, where is the personality? Please give me personality, because just standing there looking pretty and dressing well is not going to get you a date. So can you start a conversation at least? Like, can you do something? Okay, for Taehyun we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this Wheel of Fortune could mean that his faith is about to change. Maybe things are about to change. Maybe he's going to build a dynamic with someone that we didn't expect, that it will be happening, but it will be happening, and it will sort of speed things also for him, because he needs movement. He was very stuck, at least from what I've seen. And the seven of Pentacles, awaiting results. Also, I also think that things will change, but he will also have to wait for the other person to decide if they want him. There's something about him also, probably the person that he sort of connects has another more intense attraction or history with someone else, or chemistry with someone else, so he is left to wait. He will have to be patient. He will have to stay there, be consistent, being loyal, and waiting for that person to notice him and choose him. I feel it very green. I feel like energetically things can move, but I don't know if it will end up in something satisfactory for him. I think that maybe this person also will demand a lot of patience from him, because probably they are very changeable. They change their minds a lot. Like today I want you, and like tomorrow I want someone else, someone like that. So I think that even though it will make him feel things, because he will be pendant on that person, he will be hooked on that person's changeable energy. But at the same time, there's something about him being left waiting. And I don't know if that waiting will pay off, actually. Uh, I'm glad he realized Chun ain't all he's grabbed up to be. I didn't even realize he was Korean. That's why I said other members need to be prioritized. Okay, Dai. Dai. Yeah. Definitely the way he shows himself on the show is the way he is. Because I got 2 cards of fire, of wands. So Dai is very impulsive, very impulsive. We start with the Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands. This is not a typical picture of the phallic Ace of Wands, but we know. We know. Probably, probably Dai is not looking for love in the show. I think that he's looking for sex, I would say. I think that he also has a wandering eye, like he's like coming and going, he's very energetic. His personality is also very extrovert. I definitely think that he wants a new beginning in relationships, but at the same time, for the relationship to evolve, he has to feel the fire. He has to feel, I would say he has to feel the rush. He has to feel the adrenaline. He is very mature. I would say he is a bit like, I don't see him like boyfriend material, honestly. I think that he is much more about feeling that intense chemistry and sexual attraction. And for him, sex is very important. He's a very sexual person. A very sexual person. So it sort of makes sense why Shun feels like a bit like put off by his energy, because he's just like, yeah, let's do this now. Let's do this now. Gives me Aries vibes. And Shun is like, no, I decide when I want it, not you. Like, you are not the boss of me. I think that, but the good thing is that Dai is very honest. Like, probably at some point in the show, he's going to be like, this is me. Yeah, I am like this. He could be a bit of a player, yeah, like they had discussed this already, but he's very honest. He's like, yeah, I'm young, I'm hot, like, yeah, and I just like, he just wants to have a very passionate story. He probably just needs this adrenaline, or he needs a lot of drama probably in the connection. So probably this is why he's still hung up on Shun, because Shun represents a challenge for him. So I can see him like following him, even though he hates it because it makes him feel anxious. At the same time, he's like, I like it. I like this, that you keep me like all nervous and like I don't know what to do. But yeah, I think that he's not thinking with his heart. He's thinking with his other parts. So yeah. Alan. For Alan, we have the Justice card. Is he a Libra? Because he gives me Libra or Gemini vibes, because I got the Justice and the Lovers. Duality in its finest. Justice and the lovers. That for those that are like, oh, the lovers is love, in here the keyword is love, which is not like that. For me, the lovers is Gemini energy. It's like, I think that there's something about Alan that I would be suspicious of him, honestly. If I like initially I liked his energy, like he has a lot of energy, but with the Justice and the Lovers, I think that these are two major arcanas. So he has a deepness, probably he has a mindset that is very mature, but also that is very like, those when you say those phrases that they sound like they came up from a self-help book. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like he wants to be Mr. Right, or like I'm a good person. Like I think that there's something about like I'm fair. I'm a fair person. And actually I don't know. I think that there's a duality in him. I think that he has a very strong speech. He's really good with words. He's really good at convincing people that he means well. Especially for the group, he's like this. He wants to be like this mediator. Like, oh yeah, because I see your point of view and I see his point of view, and we should all get along because he gives me very like shady vibes. like you're trying too hard to be the nice person. Not the nice person. It's more like I am a decent human being. Like it's very aspirational the way he presents himself. It's like this. Is he an influencer? I don't know why it gives me like these life coaches, these people that they give you coaching lessons about life and relationships and how you should be, because we all should be better in life. We all should be fair. And no. I think that he will do and say whatever makes him look good. This is why I'm asking if he's an influencer, because maybe he's sort of like, he's showing a character, he's showing like he wants to have these very iconic moments where you're like, oh, remember what he said? He was so cool when he did that. So then he can work with that. He can work with that. He can work with that. Him showing empathy and like, I don't know, I cannot connect with these two cards. Like the Justice and the Lovers for me is like, and also, probably also if we think about a potential connection, he definitely values equality. The Lovers also probably he values someone that is not that extremist. Like you can be, like he wants to see the bright side of you, and he also wants to see like the dark side of you. He cannot stand someone that is absolutist. He's like, we are all human beings are complex. So he's very much like, let me see all of you. Let me see your different traits. So probably he wants someone that is that they know themselves a lot. But I don't know. No, definitely. Like Gemini is not the opposite of love, but I think that Gemini invites you to see the duality of a connection. Like when you enter a connection with someone, you choose, when you choose them, you have to choose them very consciously. You have to choose their good side and their bad side. Like are you really like wholly accepting this person that you say that you love? You know, the lovers like invites you to stop a bit and reflect. Are you ready to make this connection? Are you ready to make this decision? Because the Gemini, the duality, lets you know that we all have dual sides. We one day we can be like this, and maybe tomorrow we will be like this. Like, are you ready to accept that person and whatever that person brings into the commitment, into the connection? So this is why it is like always the duality. Because it's not like, oh yeah, I choose you today and we're going to be happy forever after. Like, you are going to be happy forever. No. Your journey with that person is just starting. Then you're going to see the different sides of that person. Are you still choosing that person? So it's like, take a moment, choose. And sometimes when we are in love, like this card shows and represents, and when we look at each other and we are so intoxicated or we are so caught up in each other's eyes and we're like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so handsome, oh, you're so perfect. We actually don't see the person. We just see whatever we want of them. So the lovers is like, you know that when they come with their baggage. They come with the story. They come with their families. They come with their lineage. So, are you ready? Isn't he also a DJ or some? I forgot his occupation. That need to upkeep appearances is very liberato. I haven't watched the show, but he sounds Gemini to me because the people I know are always positive of bringing a solution the second subject. He's very intelligent. That I can say. He's very intelligent. This is why I'm asking, like, is he like some kind of coach? Because he seems like the person that says and does the right things. And you're like, wow, like, I cannot discuss with them because they always get it right. Like, he's also very convincing. He's also very convincing. But probably this is about him, and probably this is what the members also see of him. Probably the members, the consultants, the contestants, not the consultants. The members also see the duality in him. And probably they are like, which one are you? Which one are you? You know, is he bisexual? You know, is he bisexual? Because I don't know, he gives me like he is a surprise. Like, even when you think that you, yeah, because a lot of twos, a lot of dualities. So I'm like, he is a surprise. Okay, then the last one is Gensei. Poor guess. I mean, not poor, because he's not that, oh, poor guy. But look at him. Gensei, Page of Cups. He's so open. He's so emotional. He's so in love, I would say. Like, he really is in there to find love. And also probably he's so sweet with people that it doesn't have to be romantic for him to give his core out. For him to give you his cup of love, he's just very loving in nature. He's just very giving. He's like always giving. He's a romantic, definitely. And he's very sensitive. He's very sensitive. He gives me Pisces vibes. I don't know why. Or Cancer vibes. But he's so open. He's so open. He's so sweet also. Whatever you see of him is who he is. He really wants a partner. He wants to be loved. And he has that. He's also someone that gives, you know, like someone that is like, can I help you? Can I do this for you? You know, he's like always thinking about the other person. But we have the Eight of Swords, darkest fears. Darkest fears. So I think that actually he's very troubled by by this situation about the maybe the person that he likes, or maybe if he chooses someone else, or he's like, okay, I'm going, here I go with my horror pain again. And it's like, then he's like, he feels like, what am I doing wrong? Probably he's not very good at communicating as well. He probably just creates a lot of inner dialogue in his mind, but he doesn't speak clearly. He just doesn't speak. He doesn't express his own desires. It's like, yeah, you have it. You have the love. You're so unconditional, but you are not. You are not acting on it. You are just like, I don't know if he fears. Probably he fears rejection. So he's like, no, I prefer to just, give the best of me, or being the loving self that I am. He probably gets friend zoned a lot. Because I can see him, like, people think like, oh, he's cute, he's always so nice, but they don't take him seriously. And he just doesn't want to go through that. So probably he doesn't say much. He doesn't say much. And that troubles him also. He's not that expressive. He's not that expressive. Mm. Mm. He spoke very well to Ryota and even put a necklace as claim onto Ryota. Yeah, I saw the necklace. Yeah. Yes. I swear. I'm also hoping that at the end Ryota is like, he also got the card of take the lead. So probably, there could be him being like, like even seeing like Gensei as a possibility, even if it's not his first choice. But the man already gave you a necklace. Like, definitely, this is not. You're in a dating show. You're not in a friend show. Yeah, he's so sweet. He's so sweet. But he's so afraid of rejection. This is why he doesn't. He keeps it all in. He doesn't. He doesn't say. Like, he just. I think that he has a problem with taking up space. He doesn't want to get too much, like, too much attention on himself. He probably is very shy also. But he's so sweet. Okay. Let's continue with this dynamic that Samara that she recommended. Do you guys have some names, some people that you want to recommend to do this reading? The concept is idol slash group if they're happy with their current music direction. Okay. Okay. TXT Taehyun. My poor baby is cold without the heat. Okay. Okay, for Taehyung, Page of Cups, the Fool, Ace of Cups, and we have the Death card that it says release. There's a change. There's going to be a change. There's going to be a change in the music direction for TXT. And he's so happy about it. It's like this brand new beginning, and he's so happy about it. He's so happy. And probably he has some involvement in this because he came out as the Page of Cups, and also we have the Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of creativity, a lot of creativity. And they are starting over. They are starting over. This is something that they haven't done before. And also with the Death card, when I pull the Death card, I'm like, they are closing a cycle. They are closing a cycle and starting over. This is like something completely new for them. And this is why, if in the past he was not happy with this, the keyword of release also lets Taehyung know that he is able to finally release the insatisfaction. I think that with the keyword of release, I feel like probably he held a lot of grudges, I would say. In the past, he wasn't very happy. But with the Death card and the keyword of release, it's like he's finally like releasing it. He's like, okay, I trust this new beginning. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm loving this, and I'm actually very curious about what TXT is going to do next. But I think that he's so happy. He's so ready. He's like, okay, this is going to be this is my thing. This is what I wanted to do for so long. So he's so happy. He's so happy. Also, the cards are so bright, are so, and it's great because also the Fool is like, probably they're taking a leap of faith by giving TXT this. They are like, okay, this is new. We haven't tried it before, but you guys will start with this. Let's see how it goes. And it's going to be great. Yeah. Yeah. But the very positive cards. Very positive cards. Very positive. I'm happy. I'm happy because I can start with the Death card. I think that is finally the end of an era of insatisfaction. Maybe if I pulled these cards like 3 months ago, maybe he would have come out and be very like, I'm not happy. But now he's. Yeah. I like his style also. Twice. Okay. And Black Swan. Okay, for twice, if they're happy with their music direction. Okay, for twice we start with the Hermit. Ace of Cups, which is very fitting that they got the Ace of Cups because it's like creativity, floating, is abundant, Love it. And the magician. And we have the card of the lovers. Love. With the lovers, I think that also thinking about duality, but I think that for them it's like we love what we do. So I don't know why. I think that the cards are very. It's all about their willpower. Because we have the hermit. So probably there's some members that they hide or they just probably are very focused on their personal journey, or they are going through some things individually, or maybe they're having some doubts, or they're having some they're reflecting a lot about their careers and probably what individually how they had transit this music, the creations, because I see them very reflective. I wouldn't say like no, they don't love it, because we have the Ace of Cups and we have the Magician. So there's a lot of willpower. There's a lot of adaptability, I would say. And also with the Ace of Cups, I think that they still have a lot of love for what they're doing musically. So I don't see like, oh, like I'm feeling like, no, I don't like this. No, but I think that probably is like a mix, because I think that maybe on one hand you have the introverted people that actually they are like, yeah, I'm not that connected with what we're doing, but because I am going through things individually. And then there's others that they have such a bright energy, and also they are probably the leaders, or they are like the cheerleaders of the group, that is like, let's go girls, let's do this, like let's make the most of this. And for them, I don't think that it's about liking or not liking. I think that they're just satisfied with just having the cup filled. They're just happy that they have their cup full. They are just happy that they still have songs made for them, or creations put out for them. I think that they are seeing like, we still have a lot of things to release. So this is why there's no negative, like, it's like we will make the most of it because we still have it. There's a lot of potential creations for us. So, yeah. And also, I think that they probably see it from a place of like professionalism. It's not so much like, oh, I connect like with the craft. Probably for them, it's like, I have to show up for work because I am professional and because we are trained for this. So I don't have, like, there's no trouble. There's no trouble here. And also the lovers is like, yeah, maybe there's some days where I'm like, I don't want to do this, but then there's other days when actually I think that is worth it. So it's like taking everything into consideration. But they always choose their career and what they're doing. They have a lot of faith in what they're doing. Even if there are moments when they are like, this song could have done better, or this could have been presented differently. But I think that they just make it work. Like there's no card here of like, oh, complain, like, I don't like this. No. They are like, we're going to make it work anyway, even if we don't agree on certain things. Because we are a team. And we are pros. Yeah, no, they're not complaining. It's just that probably they also are not in a mode of expanding, of like, picking the details and being like, oh, I don't like. But I think that also it shows that maybe because it's a group of different people, you have the hermits of the group and you have the magicians of the group that sort of take over the maybe if one of them is feeling lacking energy, they're feeling like a bit low in energy, the other ones compensate it because they are like in the front, they are the center. So even if you feel like the energy is low, there's always going to be the ones that are going to put the best performance ever. So you're never going to notice this. And I think that this is a quality of them, because the lovers also shows you this duality. You know, it's like, yeah, there's days where you can actually see one of us being tired or moody, but then you have these other two that they bring up the energy. So they are great. They are a great teamwork, definitely. No, I didn't. There's a new teaser for Black Swan. I have to watch it. I'm liking the music. Black Swan. Oh, wow. But these are heavy cards. But the change is coming. So this is the good thing. This is the good thing. But, oh, what do they do to these girls? Like, I want to ask, like, what do they put these girls through? Because it's so heavy, it's so tough for them. Mentally, it's so tough. It's really hard for them to concentrate and appreciate the opportunities with all this negativity around them. We have the Tower. We have the Nine of Swords, Death card, and we have the Three of Swords, sadness and isolation for Black Swan. I wouldn't say, like, yeah, I would say they're not happy with the direction that is taking, like, their music. They are not happy at all. But at the same time, there's a lot of changes coming. So probably what they're going to bring something new. There's going to be a new direction, but it's going to be experimental probably, or it's going to come up in a time where people are going to be a bit confused, or they're going to be like, what is this? Because they are in the middle of a lot of reconstruction. They have to get rid of the old to let the new thing or the new era or the new stage of them to come, which is giving them a lot of anxiety. They feel very anxious. They feel very like they just feel so lost sometimes. They feel so lost. Sometimes they just want things to be over. Like they have so much on their mind, and it's not pretty thoughts. It's not. But with the Death card, the suffering is going to end soon. The suffering is going to end soon. It's just that probably these are very chaotic moments for them, because I don't know if it's just that they're changing concept. There's a lot of reconstruction, a lot of rebuilding. So it's so messy. It's really hard to find, to hang on to some kind of hope or stability, because things are looking so dark and so so uncertain. So they have a lot of fears. They probably fear their career. They fear it. They also fear that what if the public doesn't want us anymore? What if the audience doesn't accept our change? What if the audience doesn't like it? What if the audience doesn't accept the new us? But yeah, with the kind of sadness and isolation, probably they also don't have the best communication with the company or the creators or the CEOs. They don't have the best the communication, so they feel very isolated from the creative process. Um, it's very messy at the moment. It's very messy. It's very dark. It's very dark, but it's changing soon. It's changing soon. It's just that I think that for them this feels there's something with the free of source that I feel like for them this experience is like they cannot turn to anyone for advice on this because probably what they're going through, no one went through this like they are. They feel very alone in this. They feel very misunderstood in this. Very isolated from the rest of the groups. But change is coming. This is going to be chaotic, but the change is coming. It's like you have to transit it. You have to transit the change. Yeah, it's going to be messy. And they are not happy with the music. They are not happy. And I think that this is not about them being like, oh, I don't like this. It's more like there's not much options. They have to take whatever appears and just being, you know, worried about it. I will read for them for Black Swan the next week. Probably on Tuesday I will read for them an update. Do you have, guys, another recommendation? Because I'm going to go. Okay. I'm just intrigued to find everyone under JYP because the generous mindset, but my girls are okay, so that's it. Yeah, the good thing is that probably from their part, they already settle, like they already are organized about what they like, what their demands are. So I think that their needs are being met, definitely. Otherwise, they wouldn't be staying. But I think that their needs are being met, definitely. Okay, guys, I love this dynamic. Maybe next Saturday we can also do for another groups, but I like it. It's a very interesting and creative way of seeing how a member or the groups feel about it. So I like it. Now Jeonjun can go. I'm so excited for I did watch the episode with Kim Jeonjun. I cannot wait for the one that she does with Chinese Onu, because I want to see their 2 moons in Cancer working. I really want to see it. I'm so happy that she's doing this. Like, she's so funny. I like her. She's so cute. I like her. I like her energy. And I hope that she does great. I don't know. I have to go back to her reading for 2024. Did I say something about an individual? I don't remember. I will have to go and look for her old readings. If I seen something about her doing this kind of thing that she's doing now. My back, the way I hurt myself. I cannot believe this. I swear that it was the silliest slippery. Like it was, you know when you hit yourself and you're like, this is the stupidest way of hurting myself. Like why? A second went by. A second, like, oh my god. But yeah, guys, like I will have to take better care of myself and not just that when I'm doing things around my house, I tend to do things very fast and I don't measure that sometimes I can, uh, yeah, she has a lot of potential, definitely. She's a warrior. She can do it. She can do it. And there's going to be a day, because she's a Scorpio, just like a lot of people that have a strong Scorpio influence. She's going to go through a transformation at some point. Her body is going to go back, or is going to transform into something differently, or she's going to go back to the way she used to be. And people are going to have to apologize to her, to how mean they are to her right now and her situation. Because there's going to be a moment where she's going to do a massive change in her appearance for the better. And she will shut a lot of mouths. Because people don't, like, you cannot like point fingers at a Scorpio or someone that has a strong Scorpio placements, because they're always changing. She can look like this now, but she's going to change. She's going to transform at some point. I saw a post somewhere on Discord. Yeah, she does look like Virgo. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for staying or passing by for a second. And thank you for the recommendations. It was very fun. So yeah, have a great beginning of the week. And I'll see you on Wednesday, okay? Bye.